Pula is a beautiful city with a 3,000-year-old history. It is located in a picturesque bay on the Istrian Peninsula, in the Republic of Croatia. The city has many archaeological sites, historical monuments, and remains of ancient Roman buildings. Pula Arena is its most famous landmark, and one of the best-preserved Roman amphitheatres worldwide. With its beautiful beaches and parks, interesting museums, lively nightlife and charming restaurants, Pula offers a variety of experiences. The main attractions are within walking distance of each other, allowing you to visit them all in one day. The Pula Arena is the city's most famous attraction, built between 27 BC and 68 AD. This stunning landmark, with its well-preserved structure, is also among the world's 6 largest surviving Roman amphitheatres. Initially built for gladiatorial fights, it could accommodate 23,000 spectators. In addition to gladiator fights, knightly tournaments were held in the Middle Ages. The outer wall of the arena, made of local limestone, is 32 meters high and has 4 wholly preserved side towers. Each tower had 2 cisterns filled with scented water that could be sprayed on the spectators, covering up the stench experienced during gladiatorial fights. Below the arena are underground passages that were once used to house gladiators and animals before the competition started. These passages now host a regular exhibition on ancient olive oil and wine production techniques in Istria. Today, the Pula Arena hosts concerts and the annual Pula Film Festival. Pula was surrounded by walls, and at the entrance to the city, there were 10 gates, of which the Twin Gate or Porta Gemina is still visible today. It was built between the 2nd and 3rd centuries. They are adorned with 3 half columns featuring intricate capitals and a relief wreath that unifies the composition. The World War II underground tunnels known as Zerostras are just beyond the double gates. They were built as shelters for citizens to hide in the event of an attack. You can explore part of the tunnel complex, which stretches for about 400 meters. Inside the tunnel, there are displays showing photos and information about its history. The Hercules Gate is located between 2 medieval towers, near the Twin Gate. It was built from unhewn stone blocks, on top of which is carved the head of Hercules with a visible beard, curly hair and a club. It was unearthed at the beginning of the 19th century. The Arch of the Sergi, also known as the Golden Gate, was erected in the 1st century BC during the reign of the Roman Empire. It stands on solid pilasters whose capitals are decorated with a head of Minerva and a floral ornament. Above this decorative element is a semicircular arch with elements typical for the late Hellenic style. The relief shows allegoric characters of winged victories, a fight between an eagle and a snake, and a frieze with military equipment. The arch's location was the focal point of the city for centuries. It was part of the Stone Gate and old town walls, destroyed in the 19th century to expand the city. Today, the arch stands at the beginning of a pedestrian Sergiavaca Street, leading visitors to the heart of the old town. Sergiavaca Shopping Street is one of Pula's most famous and lively areas. It begins at the Arch of the Sergi, which marks the entrance to the street. The street was named after the distinguished Roman Sergi family, which probably came to Pula with the colonists during Augustus' reign. Walking down Sergiavaca Street, you will find yourself in a mix of ancient history and modern shops. Stop for a moment to see the historical sites that adorn Sergiavaca Street. The Forum was and remains the main square of the ancient and present-day city of Pula. It was the most important public space, the center of city life, political activity, and religious ceremonies. The influences of different architectural and historical styles, from ancient to medieval, are still visible. Today, the square is a popular destination, drawing large crowds with its diverse public events, concerts, and excellent dining options. The Communal Palace, which dates from 1295, is located on Forum Square and has kept its function the same throughout its long history. During Venetian rule, it was the seat of the Duke and Provedor, and has remained the seat of the mayor until now. It was built on the remains of a Roman temple, which can still be seen today. Its eastern walls display a blend of Romanesque and Gothic architectural features. In the corners, visible sculptures of Telemann and Siren are enclosed by Renaissance columns. The Temple of Augustus is located on Forum Square and is one of the main attractions in Pula. It was constructed between 2 BC and AD 14 when the emperor died. The columns are constructed from marble with Corinthian capitals. Above them sits a triangular roof adorned with a round medallion. With the end of the pagan era, its original function as a place of pagan worship ceased. Today, it houses a small museum inside the temple that is free to visit. After exploring the city's main highlights, take some time to stroll through the streets of Old Town. The Old Town forms a protected urban unit that includes the inner city center. Its boundaries coincided with those of the city until the middle of the 19th century and included the area within the former defensive city walls. The many preserved historical buildings, in a relatively small area, allow visitors to experience almost 3,000 years of uninterrupted city history. You can enjoy walking, sightseeing, eating, and drinking in one of the cozy cafes or restaurants, or simply admiring the beauty of the Old Town. Lungomare is one of the most famous promenades in Pula, favored by both locals and tourists. It is a 4-kilometer-long coastal promenade stretching from the Valcane bathing area to Gortanova Bay and Valsaline Beach. Along its entire length, it is a mix of beautiful rocky and pebbly beaches, and is very popular with young people. Gorton Bay is one of the most popular beaches in Lungomare. It is pebbly, and located in a small bay in a beautiful pine forest. Above the beach is a beach bar, where you can enjoy ice cream and refreshing summer cocktails. On both sides of Gorton's Bay are large stone plateaus, where you can lay your towel and enjoy sunbathing and swimming. The Valcane Beach is partly pebble and partially concrete, making it suitable for families with children due to its gentle sea entry and quiet bay. Pula Castle, or Kastell, is an old fortress built during Venetian rule in the 17th century. It is located on top of the hill above the center of Pula. The fortress was primarily constructed for defensive purposes, while a smaller military garrison was stationed at the site in Roman times. The fortress's center is rectangular, with 4 pentagonal towers. Today, the castle houses the Historical Museum of Istria, which has a collection of more than 100,000 items of cultural, historical, political, military, and ethnographic character, deployed in 18 collections. Between the slope of the hill and Pula's historic center lies the church and monastery of St. Francis, which is easily accessible to visitors. The church, built in 1314 in the late Romanesque style with Gothic ornaments, was a building of the preaching Franciscan order. Inside the church, visitors can see a historic organ and frescoes from the 15th century. The Chapel of Saint Maria Formosa is one of 2 chapels, built in the 6th century as part of a large Benedictine abbey that was demolished in the 16th century. It was one of the finest examples of Byzantine and Ravenna art. When you get tired of sightseeing, you can sit in one of the many excellent restaurants to enjoy traditional Istrian fish and meat specialities. Typical dishes from these regions are fish stew with polenta, stuffed squid, and black risotto with squid ink. In addition, due to the strong Venetian influence, many different pasta dishes, pizzas, lasagna, gnocchi, and other such dishes are available. This was a brief overview of what to see and do in Pula. Thank you very much for watching, and see you again soon.